with you people? It's the Universal Soldier here. Today I want to talk about communication, the different forms of communication, and why communication is important, the things that you can do with it. To start off, let's just get an understanding as far as how people communicate. 90% of our communication is nonverbal. It's body language, different things that we do within the environment translate into a lot of information that other people can pick up. 10%, that little minor verbal communication where we're actually using sounds, and that we recognize these sounds as words and such like that, and assign ideas and concepts to them. That's good as far as relaying a thought, an idea sometimes, but in many cases we see that communication, the verbal communication, can be utilized to build or destroy. It's not a situation right now where communication is only used in a constructive manner, as far as verbal communication anyway. There's various reasons to that. A lot of it deals with the way that we value each other, so our value system as a whole, what we consider to be validated or valued to the progress of the whole. A lot of times, dealing with this individuality, we don't really get into what is going to be the best for everybody. We're looking at what is going to benefit us in our, immediate situations. That form of communication is selfish. It's not about helping the next person move to where they need to be. You're looking at the next person as, well, what can they do to help you get where you want to go? We have to look at the environment. The environment is communicating with us. Nature communicates with us. And once that takes place, or once we get that better perspective, we'll see that it has nothing to do with individuals, because all of us are within this environment. All of us are sharing this air. All of us are sharing, whatever the land produces, for food and things of that nature. So the environment communicates with all of us at once, looking at us as, hey, you are the whole. You are the life principle that can enhance the quality of life as a whole. So listening to our nature, listening and then participating in our nature kind of sets us in a different way as far as the way that we communicate. Like you'll see some people that, they want to talk drama all the time. You'll see other people that want to talk gossip. There's other people that, have no substance at all when they're talking. It's kind of because they have lips. But if you have an awareness, have an understanding, if you are walking into a set of consciousness, then your whole form of communication is different. Everything is about building. Everything is an opportunity to build. Your internal cells, your organs, the multiple systems that make up the body, they're all communicating in a certain way, which is about progress. They're all helping you develop properly. So as the inside is developing properly, what comes out of the inside develops properly. Again, they have those sayings as above, so below, as within, so without. Well, if on the inside your organs, your cells aren't communicating properly, how can you communicate properly within the environment? Because that's what happens when we express ourselves. We're allowing our understanding, our consciousness to be part of the environment, part of the world around us. When we speak, we put something forth. That breath carries the words, it carries the energy and everything like that. So you're putting something out into the world. What are you putting into the environment? Well, it's coming from your insides. If your insides aren't communicating properly, then what comes out is not going to be proper either. So it's really just us being able to look at things in a certain way and start addressing it and try to make it a better situation for not only the youth, But for us, as we're dealing with this, as we're growing, as we're, moving forward, we deserve a better quality of life. And I say deserve in the sense as we are capable of such, so we deserve or should be putting it in place. It's not, we don't have to settle for anything. We don't have to accept anything, none of that. Like, we just have to put on our builder's uniforms and start building. Get back to being civil engineers, social architects, and things of that nature. But again, it's communicating, having an idea, sharing the idea, expounding on the idea, implementing the idea, practicing the idea. At that point, it's no longer an idea, it's an action. So, a proper communication can easily become an action of growth, an action of development. But again, we have to understand our qualities, our strengths, our weaknesses. And again, this is all comes from understanding the communication that's going on inside and how to translate it to the outside.